Have you ever faced a question that looked totally safe on the outside, yet something deep in your stomach told you it was a threat? A quiet voice, a nice smile? Still, the second you answered, you realized you had stepped right into a trap you could never escape. This is the talent of the manipulator. They do not merely tell lies with their speech, they trick people through the questions they choose to ask. And if you do not notice the secret goal, you will end up feeling lost, saying sorry for things you did not do until you start fighting yourself instead of them. The ancient Romans understood this very well. Seneca, Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, they all gave advice about it. A trickster almost never hits you directly. They plant tiny seeds of doubt, and then watch while you pull yourself apart. 2,000 years have gone by, and the technique stays exactly the same. It has only become more polished and hidden. In this talk today, we will look closely at the 5 most dangerous questions liars use to control and rule others. Even better, I will show how the Stoics would reply with peace, honesty, and a strength that cannot be broken. By the time we finish, you will have the tools to make sure you never become a target again. So, stay with me until the very end, and if these thoughts help you at all, think about following our journey, not for my benefit, but for your own improvement, so you always get the next lesson that can sharpen your mind and grow your inner power. The first question is, why are you being so sensitive? At first it sounds caring, almost sweet, but do not let that fool you. This is the first move from someone trying to make you doubt your own thoughts. Because hidden in that simple question is not true curiosity. It is an attack. What they really mean is, you are too dramatic. You are imagining things. The problem is not me. It is you stop and think for a moment. Have you ever been in a close bond where the moment you said something felt wrong, you were pushed away with a laugh? Oh, you are just too sensitive. Or maybe at your job you ask about the honesty of a choice, only to be told, do not make a fuss. It is only work. That is not real kindness. That is a tool meant to cause pain, because their plan is to take away your best shield, which is your ability to see trouble. They want to turn your natural caution, your built-in sensor for lies, into something they label as a mistake. If you're ready to see the hidden questions liars use to rule you, hit like right now so this message finds more people. Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in our thoughts than in reality." Those who control others know this well. They put ideas of doubt in your mind until you start second-guessing your own eyes, until you think you are the person causing all the trouble. But here is the actual truth. Being sensitive is not a sign of being weak. Being sensitive means being focused. The person who feels things deeply usually finds the tiny cracks in the wall long before anyone else does. A bank worker who notices small mistakes in the books, laughed at as being too worried, but later finds a massive case of theft. A partner who notices a small change in their spouse's habits, called too suspicious, only to find out about the cheating much later. In every case, that sensitivity was not a problem. It was the first warning signal. So how would a follower of Stoic paths handle it? Marcus Aurelius once said, "If anyone can show me I am wrong and prove my mistake, I will gladly change, because I look for truth, not for victory." A person who actually cares about you will never make you feel bad for being observant. Only those hiding a secret fear your sharp vision. So the next time somebody asks, "Why are you being so sensitive?" do not get angry. Do not try to explain yourself. Just look at them calmly and quietly say, "I am not being sensitive. I am paying attention." Does that worry you? One quick answer and you will see how their mask begins to slip away. The second question is, you trust me, don't you? It feels so soft, so innocent, but beneath this is not really a question. It is a cage, because anyone who demands trust instead of earning it slowly has already shown their real face. Think about it carefully. Someone who deserves trust does not have to ask for your faith. Their daily habits prove it much better than any speech. Over time, steady habits build real trust. But when a person looks into your eyes and pushes, "Why, you trust me, don't you?" what they really want to say is this: stop thinking, stop asking, just give me total control of your mind. Epictetus warned us, it is impossible for anyone to learn what they think they already know. Liars understand this concept. They use that question to shut down your natural wonder, to make you feel guilty for being careful, to make you believe that wanting proof means you are not a friend. But being careful is not a lack of loyalty. Being careful is being wise. Imagine the business partner who won't show the bank statements but leans in and says, "Trust me," or the dating partner who keeps their messages secret yet keeps asking, "Don't you trust me?" They are not building a bridge. They are asking for blind belief, and blind belief opens the gate wide for betrayal. So how would a person with Stoic values answer? Not with fear, not with excuses, but with a peaceful mind. This is called apatheia, the Stoic habit of keeping feelings from clouding clear logic when hearing the words, "You trust me, don't you?" Take a second, take a breath and say, "Trust is earned from steady actions over time." Are you asking me to ignore my own common sense? That one phrase flips everything around because now the spotlight is on them, not on you. A liar will pause, change the subject, or get mad. But someone with real honor, they will not feel hurt. They will keep showing through their work that they deserve your faith. Always remember, trust is not something handed out because of stress. It is a solid wall built brick by brick with time, truth, and dependable deeds. And the Stoic always keeps in mind, to give away that wall too early is to lose your inner peace. The third question is, are you accusing me of something? This one is clever. It looks like a normal question, but it actually works as a shield, a way to flip the script and put you on trial. Here is how it works. You mention a concern. You see that things do not add up, you ask a polite question, and suddenly, instead of getting answers, you face a fast counterattack. Wait, are you accusing me of something now? Before you know it, you are no longer the person watching. You become the bully. The focus moves away from their deeds and shines brightly on you. This tactic forces you into defending yourself. You rush to explain. You step back. You end up saying things like, no, I didn't mean that. And right then you have surrendered your power. Marcus Aurelius said, the best answer to anger is silence. But silence in Stoic rules does not mean giving up. It means refusing to play the game by their rules. Think of a courtroom. If the guilty person can make the judge say sorry, the whole trial breaks down. That is exactly what this question wants to do. So, how do you respond? With steady calm, with self-restraint. The next time somebody quickly asks, "Are you accusing me of something?" do not rush to speak. Stay still. Keep firm eye contact. Count 2, maybe 3 seconds, and then calmly say, "Shh. Could I be?" It is only 3 tiny words, but those 3 words put the burden back where it belongs. They cut through the fake front because liars look for emotional reactions. They never expect quiet power. Real-life stories show this clearly. A boss asked about missing cash. "Are you accusing me of taking it?" A partner questioned about secret calls. "Are you accusing me of lying?" In every situation, the goal is the same: to turn your search for facts into a fight you have to apologize for. But the Stoic refuses to bite the hook. He knows that real truth stays quiet, and real wisdom never says sorry for being careful. Keep this in your heart. The person who asks, "Are you accusing me?" often tells you more than they meant to. The fourth question is, would I ever lie to you? This one is dangerous poison wrapped in a soft blanket. It feels warm, almost offended, as if you have hurt them just by having a thought. But think about this deeply. Why would anyone feel the need to ask that unless they already knew you were getting close to the truth? Would I ever lie to you is not really a question. It is a performance. It is a play meant to show them as a saint, and you as mean for even doubting them. It has nothing to do with being truthful. It has everything to do with making you feel guilty. Because if they can make you feel bad for wondering, you will stop asking. You will quiet your own gut and give them exactly what they want. Total blind trust. But the Stoics tell us that truth is ever scared of being looked at closely. Seneca said, "If it is not true, do not say it. If it is not right, do not do it." A person with real character does not need to convince you they would never lie. They let their daily habits prove it without any drama. Think about normal life. The partner who hides their phone then says, "Would I ever lie to you?" The worker who misses a deadline but says, "Come on, would I actually lie?" The louder they shout about being honest, the more you should wonder what is being hidden. So, how would a Stoic deal with it? Not by falling for the trap, not by rushing to make them feel better. Instead, with peaceful clarity. The next time somebody asks, "Would I ever lie to you?" wait a moment. Let the silence do the work and then answer. That is not the actual question. The actual question is, would I notice if you did? In that second, you shift the balance of power because tricksters do well in confusion. They want you lost in the fog, but your answer turns on a flashlight. And once the light is on, the dark corners can no longer hide anything. Always remember, honest people do not fear questions. Only liars do. So never confuse a show of honesty with the real thing. Comment the word sensitive if someone ever brushed off your feelings with "Why are you being so sensitive?" The fifth question is, can't we just move past this? This is the final step in the liar's plan, the last try. When lying fails, when changing the subject fails, they try to wear you down. Can we just move past this? On the surface, it looks like looking for peace, like wanting a finish. But look more closely. It is not about a real fix. It is about running away. What they really mean is, I do not want to face what I did. I do not want to talk about facts. I just need you too tired to keep asking. And that is how many fake stories survive. Not because the liar is smarter than the truth, but because the person looking for truth gets tired and quits. Type the word Stoic if you want me to show every trick question liars use in one video. The Stoics saw through this trick easily. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Notice he never said, "unless it feels annoying." For the Stoic, truth never gets old. It does not go away just because somebody wants to move on. Think about real situations. A company found cheating. The bosses beg the staff, "Let us not get stuck in the past. Let us look to the future." A partner caught being unfaithful. "Why keep talking about it? Let us move forward." But in every case, the request is not for real healing. It is for silence. It is to bury what is still rotting in the dark. So, how does the Stoic reply? Not with anger, not with endless talking, but with total focus. When somebody asks, "Can't we just move past this?" you take a breath and quietly say, "I will move on when I fully understand what happened, not before." That one sentence keeps you grounded in reality. It tells the liar why cannot be rushed, that your peace comes from knowing the truth, not from being exhausted. Manipulators hate this because they win when you feel drained. But when you refuse to quit, when you stand calmly in the truth, their plan stops. Always keep this in mind. Moving on is not about speed, it is about honesty. And only when truth is looked at directly can real peace begin. Liars do well with big emotions. They do not need logic. They do not need facts. They only need you to lose your balance. They will make you feel guilty for asking things. They will make you feel ashamed for being smart when you see the mistakes. And when shame and guilt do not work, they will tire you out until you have no strength to keep looking for the truth. That is the main battlefield for those who control. Not truth, not logic, but feelings. And this is exactly where Stoic ideas provide a strong shield. Epictetus taught that some things are up to us, and others are not. This simple rule is the foundation of real freedom, when you clearly know what you can control and what you cannot. Their tricks cannot bind you. So when they try to cause guilt, remember, their feelings are not your job. When they call you too observant, remember that seeing is power, not a flaw. And when they try to wear you out, remember that time has no side. Truth has no deadline. The Stoic does not react at the liar's speed. He watches closely. He breathes slowly. He chooses his words with care as if holding a sharp sword of logic in the middle of a mess. Imagine yourself standing in a huge storm. Winds howl, rain falls hard, thunder booms, but deep inside you stay still. That is the Stoic mind. Calm when others lose it, clear when others are blind. Because here is the secret truth liars never expect. Their best tool only works if you give them a big reaction. Take that away, and the tool breaks in their hand. The Stoic knows silence is strength. Watching is power. Calm distance is freedom. So the next time somebody tries to change your view of the world, do not hurry. Do not be afraid. Simply ask yourself inside, is this something I control or something I do not? And with that one internal question, you reclaim your life. Calm, clear, impossible to shake. That is how Stoic logic breaks every chain of control. If these 5 questions made sense to you today, comment the word awake below. You now know the 5 toxic questions liars use to rule others. Each one is like a careful move in a chess game. Each one hides a trap, but you are no longer the target. You are the one in charge. The Stoic does not need to shout. He does not need to be mad. He simply stays firm, looks at the truth, and lets the liar show themselves. Seneca, Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, they all knew the same truth. The person who sees with clear eyes is strong not because of muscle, but because no one can boss him around. Share this message with anyone who keeps getting pushed around so they can finally be free. Always remember, you are not mean for having high standards. You are not cold for wanting the truth. You are not weak for seeing lies. You are fully awake. And in a world full of blurry shadows, those who stay awake are the ones who change things. Choose clear vision. Like if this helped you see through the tricks. Comment which of the 5 questions you have heard the most. And follow for more Stoic tools to stay calm and strong. Choose smart thinking. Step forward as a Stoic warrior. Peaceful, alert, impossible to move. If these words reached your soul, show your support. Follow for more wisdom and send this to someone who needs to hear it. And below leave just 3 simple words.